Thanks for joining us on the weekend edition of National Focus. I'm Kimani St. In the headlines, Prime Minister commits $500,000 to Roseau North for small business. DDA, the Road to Adventure Tour, takes to the south, and Dominica Tourism Association launches community tourism map. Stay with us for details of these and other stories after this.
When you think about it, food is life. That's why people come to Dominica. They don't only come for the waterfall or the scenery or the views, but it's the flavor. Sometimes it is just what they can taste. The flavors that we have here, you can't find anywhere in the world. They are truly unique. I've been in business 17 years, and I see so many guests come and go. My business is to put a smile on their face and something good in their belly. Everything we serve here is local. It comes from all over Dominica. So we get fresh lettuce, or vegetable, or fish from Santover, all our product from the farm. Sometimes go on the farm and have them pick. The uniqueness of the experience is in how authentic it is. I heard the taxi driver promoting my plantain chips. I said, that's the best plantain chips I ever have. I don't have to go and put on TV. Money is not everything, but leaving customer with a smile, friendly service, and they will come back. This is the real Dominica. I'm just proud to be a part of it. My name is Maurice Smith. They call me Rudy. Tourism is my business.
Thanks for staying with us. Small business development in the Roseau North Constituency will soon receive a significant boost as residents have been promised an investment of $500,000 by the Honorable Prime Minister and Minister for Finance, Dr. Roseau North. The nation's leader made the pledge while addressing a town hall meeting in Goodwill on Thursday.
I'm making a commitment for Roseau North of $500,000 for small business assistance.
Honorable Skerritt went on to assure the people of Roseau North that the government will continue to work with them to improve their lives. He called on the residents to put away political differences as they work with government to facilitate growth in the constituency.
We will work with you to help make life better for you, the residents of Roseau North. Let us work together. Let us put aside our political differences, our different views, and recognize that if we work in the government, life can be better for every one of us living in Roseau North.
GIS News will bring you more developments from that event in a subsequent newscast. In more news, the nation's leader has commended nurses for their dedication to the delivery of optimal healthcare in Dominica. Questions about nurses leaving the island to work elsewhere arose at a press briefing during the Honorable Prime Minister's tour of the construction site of the new National Hospital on Thursday. The Honorable Prime Minister says despite the complaints about some healthcare providers, most nurses on the island are doing an exemplary job.
The vast majority of nurses are dedicated and committed to the delivery of optimal healthcare to our people. So, you know, we must not look at the one or two who should not be on the job and forget the 99 who are doing an exemplary job.
Honorable Skerritt says government, through the Ministry of Health, continues to enhance the working conditions of nurses by providing training and improving facilities for better delivery of health care.
We're providing them with training, with first degrees in specialized areas, in postgraduate training. In many respects, it is financed by the state, so that nurses feel a sense of upward mobility. You know, you're not a midwife for all your nursing career, that you can go into a specialized area of nursing. And you have many such nurses. And in many instances, the way they conduct themselves and their knowledge of medicine and medical care, you always be like they're doctors themselves.
He described nurses as the people who hold Dominica's healthcare system together and asked Dominicans to be grateful for the efforts of these nurses. He also asked Dominicans to take responsibility for their health. The Ministry of Tourism, along with the Dominica Community Tourism Association Incorporated, the DCTA, and the Discover Dominica Authority, on Thursday launched a community tourism map. The map is a small pocket-sized brochure which details community-based activities in communities across the island. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Tourism, Karen Prevost, says the map can be used as a planning tool for locals and visitors alike, as well as other service providers interested in experiencing community tourism in villages across Dominica.
The map is expected to highlight a community tourism map with the top 10 community tourism experiences, top 5 popular community tourism festival, calendar of community activities, community attractions, service providers including places to eat, accommodation, tour operators, ecotourism sites and user fees, attractions, contact information, other relevant information, and appropriate photos of community tourism to be used as a promotional piece and planning tool.
President of the DCTA, Josephine Dublin Prince, says the map will be reviewed every 2 years to include new experiences. She described it as a one-stop shop for experiences in all communities. Prince says this new tool is user-friendly and she hopes that many locals will use it.
Some of us sometimes we may want to say we're going overseas on a holiday. We can stay right here in Dominica and experience even more. So the pocket map is very easy to follow. It's very comprehensive and fits easily into one's pocket or side bag. So be prepared to be guided by this pocket map. It's a safe, confident way to experience community tourism.
As part of the launching, various stakeholders and partners were handed copies of the map. The Dominica Community Tourism Association, established in 2010, is a support agency functioning as the umbrella organization and national voice for all community tourism associations and groups in Dominica. DCTA also assists the Ministry of Tourism in the implementation of community tourism activities across the island. There are currently 35 community tourism-based groups in Dominica, 25 of which are active. In more news, as Dominica continues to observe Tourism Awareness Month 2017, the Ministry of Tourism, as well as other tourism stakeholders, embarked on the second leg of the Road to Adventure Roadshow, one of the many activities scheduled for this month. GIS's Kimani St was on that tour and filed this report.
Last week, the team took to the north of the island, visiting areas such as the Indian River, called Sufria, Kana Heritage Park, and Tukari. This week, all roads led to the south, beginning in the village of Girondel at the Girondel Eggleston Flower Show building. This area is home to the Girondel Eggleston Annual Flower Show and Market Fair. The show, which was first held in 1974, displays various species of flowers and floral arrangements. President of the Girondel Eggleston Flower Owners Group Inc., Stephanie Roy, revealed that the group has been receiving assistance from government through the National Employment Program. During the road show, a commitment of $100,000 worth of plants for a permanent flower garden was made by the Ministry of Tourism. The next stop was at the Bellevue Chopin Tourist Information Center. It houses a reception center, display area, and a small snackette and washroom facilities. The building is managed by the Bellevue Chopin Organic Farmers Group for the display of organic products and to dispatch tours to their farms. The team took a tour of Harmony Gardens run by Roy Ormond, who indicated a need for financial assistance for the construction of washrooms to meet the criteria as a tourism site. The Ministry of Tourism will provide $5,200 worth of materials to complete the washrooms as well as the reception area. The Geneva Estate in the Grand Bay was the next stop. Managed by the Grand Bay Tourism and Environmental Committee, GTEC, this site includes an art studio, spice and herb factory store, the Coalport Natural Soap Factory, as well as the Geneva Heritage Park and Museum. Nesta Lee, Vice President of the Grand Bay Tourism and Environmental Committee, GTEC, thanked the ministry for their assistance following Tropical Storm Erica.
The Ministry of Tourism actually stepped in and assisted us with clearing up the entire property after Tropical Storm Erica, which cost a lot of money, like over $20,000. And they've been very helpful in giving us different support for like our herbal garden. They actually funded that for us to get seed and seedlings to the herbal garden. And they assisted us in a lot of other areas to get us ready for the upcoming tourist season. We say thanks to them. The next plan for her is pretty much trying to put a package together, a tourism package that would actually promote the South as a destination, Grand Bay in particular, as the historical, cultural village of Dominica. So we're trying to promote the South as a destination, Grand Bay in particular.
$18,315 was provided to GTEC for the clearance of the estate trail after Tropical Storm Erica. The new Jungle Bay eco-villages housed in the community of Soufriere was the next stop. The team took the opportunity to view the site of the 120 new luxury ecologically friendly villas being constructed with funding from Dominica's Citizenship by Investment program. Jungle Bay is recognized as one of the Caribbean's most successful adventure resorts designed to accommodate guests in harmony with the natural environment. The new eco-villas will be wood and stone structures nestled between the tropical trees overlooking the scenic Caribbean Sea. Tourism officials spoke with proprietor Sam Raphael about site improvements as well as community tourism in the south. The next location, also in the community of Soufriere, was Rodney's Wellness Retreat. It sits on 4.6 acres of land which was formerly a lime estate. Rodney's has much to offer nature lovers with several distinct services within one location, including accommodation, dining, and leisure. The touring party also visited a Bubble Beach in Soufriere. Proprietor Dale Mitchell, who began the venture in 2012, explained how he created his business.
I make my own beach. I start over there from putting my sand, taking my sand from the sea, put it on the shore, and when it's dry, taking it on a barrow and bringing it right there. People didn't know, but I got my vision, so I was following my vision. I have to break it again. I break this changing room 3 times. You see in there, 3 times. And I get honestly, I not forgetting Mr. Pinard, Ian Pinard, the returning walls you see there. Mr. Ian Pinard was proud of me, give me a little funding, and I start this returning wall. And I end up breaking it again, and that's why I bring it down. So it's a lot of work, but I'm willing to work hard.
He listed destructive weather as well as the need for restrooms as critical issues. The Honorable Minister for Tourism, Robert Tung, said that the development of this beach augurs well for the community development in Dominica and pledged his ministry's assistance.
I've been here a couple of times and I must say I was really proud of the work that has been done by the local, I call him entrepreneur, because I mean everybody has to have a vision, and as he said, he saw his vision and he's been working on it for over, how many years now?
5 years.
5 years now, and as you can see, it has really transformed the place compared to what it was before. And originally this was really a spot where locals came because there was a local folklore in terms of coming to the beach and getting the warm water to make you feel better. But obviously now it's changing where you have more visitors coming to here. So we are here today to see how we can work together with him and the community, because community tourism is very important, to see how we can assist in making this place a much better place. And I think this is one of the another wonder of Dominica that everybody who comes to Dominica will want to visit. So we have to see how we can help him enhance the area in the benefit of all persons.
The final stop was the community of Scott's Head, where discussions were held with the community representatives to discuss ways government can assist in the new year. The Honorable Minister stated that this roadshow assists the ministry in developing upcoming budget allowances.
This roadshow basically gives us the opportunity to meet with all the various stakeholders who we've been providing assistance with, and people in general, just to get ideas as to what we can improve on and how we can assist them. Sustainability is key. We have to find out ways and means for them to be able to attract people to the site and to generate some revenue from that. Community tourism is very important. We want persons in the community to benefit, and that way they will also take better care of the persons when they come to the area. They'll take better care of the area in terms of the environment, the litter, and even pollution in terms of noise. So when persons come to these areas, they're expecting a beautiful experience, clean, and not too much noise. So what we're doing here today is just making sure that we better understand as we go through our budget cycle, so that we can actually put those plans in our budget, so that we can try to get funding for it for the July 2017 to June 2018.
Director of Tourism Colin Piper gave his thoughts on the second leg of the roadshow.
I would say a good day out in the field to meet with a lot of different people and to get some ideas and to see what's happening on the ground and see how, as we go through the budget cycle, we can put some things in place for them.
The CEO of the Discover Dominica Authority touted community tourism as a means of sustainable development. For GIS News, I'm Kadisha St. Louis.
Thanks, Kadisha, for that report. You're watching National Focus. More when we return.
I believe in the natural order of things. I believe in the harmony of things. In everything we do, we have to keep it natural. I've been doing farming for now over a decade. My day is very hectic, but I make it light, because I enjoy what I do. I enjoy producing the best quality goods and to make sure that the people that receive it, they receive the best that they can ever get. Right from the farm, everything that I grow, I process them back into the farm so that the same things that grow in the farm is what protects the farm. Tourism is my business. It's not just dealing with the foreigners that come in, but it's preparing those things that when they come, they can feel and taste the difference in coming to this exotic island. And it starts with the farmer, because we provide the things that they eat, that they taste, that they drink. I believe in my heart that it's my responsibility to provide quality. My name is Tony Alves, and tourism is my business.
Welcome back. A new element has been added to Jazz and Creole. This year, a new fringe event dubbed French Quarter Street Jazz Festival has been introduced. The event, carried for May 31, will feature music students and young bands and aims to build a young audience. At a Discover Dominica Authority press conference on Thursday, organizers described the event.
We know that we have this historic French Quarter, and we talk about it sometimes, but we don't really do much with it. And so we are launching this year the French Quarter Street Jazz Festival as a fringe event of the overall Jazz and Creole Music Festival. And so that will be on Wednesday, the 31st of May, outside of Urban Garden Cafe on Castle Street. The intention is to grow the that fringe event into something that is bigger and better.
Esprit says the event will give young music students a chance to be exposed and spark the interest of others who may want to play music.
We would like to encourage parents of children who are interested in music, who enjoy music, who enjoy listening to music, to come out and expose them to something new, something different. And it's a free event, so you really have nothing to lose.
Jazz and Creole is in its 8th year. The main stage event is slated for June 4th at the Cabritz National Park in Fort Shirley, Portsmouth. The government of Dominica is the main sponsor of the event. That's news. Stay tuned. Flashback is up next with Priska Julian.
Welcome to this week's edition of Flashback. In the headlines, less than 6 months after losing their homes in a devastating fire, 6 families were presented with keys to new apartments in Silver Lake on May 12th, courtesy of the government of Dominica. A $3.05 million contract was signed this week between the Honorable Minister for Public Works and Ports, Miriam Blanchard, and Offshore Civil and Marine Incorporated for the rehabilitation of Charles Avenue. The project will be funded by the Highway Maintenance Levy. The government of Dominica will in the next financial year host the first ever National Science Fair. This was confirmed this week by the Honorable Minister for Information, Science, Telecommunications and Technology, Kelva Daru. The fair is expected to create an avenue for young people to display their creative abilities. Users of the Dominica Public Library can now enjoy upgraded computer services and internet access thanks to the National Telecommunication Regulatory Commission (NTRC). The commission presented over $60,000 worth of equipment to the library on Wednesday. The Honorable Prime Minister Dr. Roosevelt Skerrit, Chinese Ambassador to Dominica, His Excellency Lu Kun, Honorable Health Minister Dr. Kenneth Daru, and other members of Cabinet, as well as health officials, visited the site of the new National Hospital on Thursday morning to gain an appreciation for the progress of the work. Farmers of Good Hope will be the first to benefit from new programs initiated by the government of Dominica for farmers. Farmers of that community will also benefit from new contracts negotiated by the government with the Dominica Export-Import Agency (DEXIA) for the sale of yams, potatoes, and cucumbers. These were some of the headlines this week. For details of each of these stories and others, visit our website or Facebook page. Back to you, Kimani.
Coming up next, your tip of the day. Here are some tips to stay cool in this hot weather. Women should replace their usual body moisturizer with a cooling aloe vera after sun product to use morning and night. This will help lower your skin temperature. Slow down and avoid strenuous activities which will stimulate your body and raise its core temperature. If you must go jogging, do it during the coolest part of the day, which is usually before 7 a.m. Also avoid alcohol because it dehydrates the body. You are better off with mineral water or low sugar fizzy drinks. Also avoid drinks with caffeine such as coffee and colas. These increase the metabolic heat in the body. And that's all for this edition of National Focus. We always welcome your suggestions and comments. Drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm or visit our website news.gov.dm. Like our Facebook page, facebook.com/GIS News Dominica, and follow us on Twitter at GIS Dominica. You can also catch up on past National Focus newscasts on our GIS Dominica YouTube channel. Live streaming is also available on our YouTube channel 24 hours a day. From all of us here on the GIS News production team, I'm Kimani St. Thanks for watching and have a great weekend.